there, everybody. My name is Wendy Keys Turnbull, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And this is my regular Thursday night live, which was originally Tuesday night, and then it moved to Wednesday night. And now it's on Thursday night. Okay, so today I am going to show you how to create a triangle fold card. And this is the sample that I made, mainly because I needed at least one more Easter card for my grandsons. So, all right. I'm not going to make another Easter card. I'm going to make a birthday card, because I always need birthday cards, and I'm going to make a masculine birthday card. I'm going to sit down first. Okay. So, I'm going to be using this Notes of Spring, which is the product of the month. Hi, Debbie. Product of the month for March. So if you place a $75 order, you can order this for only $5 until the end of March. So you've got a few more days. I'm going to use Night of Navy for the card base. I'm going to use Garden Poetry for the triangle pieces. I'm going to use a basic white rectangle on the inside of the card, and we'll go from there. Okay, so get my stamps out here. Hi, Sherry. For some reason, my phone again thinks I'm saying S-I-R-I. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create the card base. Hi, Aunt Bev. Just a hint for those of you, Debbie and Aunt Bev, that come to my card classes. This will be an April card that you'll be making, and I want you guys to tell me if you want me to prepare the card base ahead of time, or if you'd like to do it. And Kathy, hi Kathy, or if you'd like to do it yourselves so you can learn by doing it. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take an 11 by 8.5 or 8.5 by 11 card, cardstock page, and we're going to score it at 4 1/4, and then turn it the long way and score it at 5 1/2. So that's just what it would be like if we were making a regular card, although we would be cutting it 5 1/2. Okay, so we have this. Now, the sample card that I made is a portrait. I'm going to try to do a landscape all by myself. Let's see if I can figure it out. So I'm going to actually use my sample. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this piece completely out, this upper corner here. So what I do is I line it up again. I can line it at 5 1/2, or I can just make sure that the score line is in the middle, and I'm going to score it down to 4 1/4, which is probably right around there. Ooh, nice. And then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to do the same thing at 4 1/4 on this part. I'm going to start there and pull down, see if I got it all the way. Oops, I didn't quite. That's weird. Feels like it did, but it doesn't look like it did. That's very strange. Oh, there we go. All right. So save that piece for something else. There we go. And now, this is what it's going to look like. So I'm going to cut, see how that is. I'm going to cut this at an angle from this corner to the 5 1/2 inch score line. There we go. Put that aside for some other thing. And then I'm going to cut this one from this corner to the 5 1/2 inch mark. So there and here. Make sure that corner is up there. I'm going to be careful not to cut into the other piece. There we go. Okay, save that too. That's all the cutting we need to do. Now we're going to score these. This one going this way, And this one folding in on top of it. What it really wants is to be like that. I think I will do it that way. Okay, let me get this little piece of fuzz off of here. Okay. Yeah, after you watch, let me know if you guys want me to do these up ahead for you guys for the card class in April, or if you want to have the opportunity to cut it yourself and figure it out. So I did really want to do that, but it's making this puff up. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do it this way instead. So now this is 5 1/4 by 4, and it's going to go on the 2 pieces. So I want to cut it from this corner to this corner. So you need to make sure, I forgot, I do have one more thing to cut, don't I? We're going to go from here to here. And so this one is going to go on here, like so. And then this one is going to flip over and go on here. So we have Night of Navy on here and a little bit of blueberry bushel, and then we have blueberry bushel on here. So that's what we're going to do. Let me start with this, and I think it'd be easier, if I can get the glue to come out of here. Make sure I've got the right one. Yes, I do. Okay, you want to make sure you're putting the glue on the right end, the right side, and of course this didn't get put back in its holster right, or more likely the cat came up and knocked it out of its holster. So it is stuck. There we go. That should do it. I don't want to put too much on, but I do want to get everywhere. As I said, well, you probably haven't seen it yet, but I cased this from Jackie Bullheist, but I've seen a lot of different people do these. I just decided, I Googled triangle cards, and no, I Googled fun folds actually, and this one came up via Jackie, and I do love Jackie, so I thought I might as well case her. Okay, so there's that piece, and then this one goes on the outside, so we're going to do case, get that creased a little bit better. Okay. So we just had the March card class this weekend, but the April card class is coming up in 2 weeks. Because of our travel plans, we had to move everything around for the March class. So now the April class is where it's supposed to be, and immediately after the classes are done, I'm traveling again, this time to Florida. My husband's plane. And then we're going to Sun and Fun in Lakeland. So, okay, so there's the basic part of the card base. Now, on the inside, we're going to do a bunny. And I don't want him to show, so I'm going to put him up in one of these 2 corners. So I'm going to put him up, I think I'll put him up in this corner. And you know what? I think I have some colors out because I'm going to put the fawn on, but I think I'm going to do the bunny different colors. So I need this one, and I'm going to use Pecan Pie to do the outside of the bunny. Okay. And then, let me just close that. I'm going to grab basic beige. Or, no, actually, Basic beige is kind of green, so I'm going to do crumb cake instead. So I have the insides of the bunny here. And I'm going to put my head in the way for just a second while I get this lined up. That looks like it might be right. Let's see. Not bad. It'll do. It's a little off, but it'll do. All right. And then let me just clean those off real quick. There's my head. I saw my head. Okay. And then we want to, so we don't want anything to show when this is in here. I want this to just stay clean, although I could actually I could put something in the middle. I am going to put happiest birthday wishes right here in the middle. And we're going to use Night of Navy for that. I'm going to put it up slightly. Definitely in the middle. There we go. My favorite word. There we go. Okay. Set that aside. Nope, let's actually go ahead and put that in inside the card. You guys have seen me do this so many times. I know I overdo on the tape, but I don't want it to fall apart. And I know tape does get old after a while. So we're going to put this right in the middle of the card. Like so. It's not in the middle, but it's going to have to stay there. Okay. All right. Now, I went ahead to save time and I used the Spotlight on Nature dies to cut out 2 circles. And these are going to go right here in the middle, like this. So I'm going to go ahead. Now we only want to glue the part that's on the top flap. So just this part up here. I think that's probably, I don't think I'll try to put glue around the outer edge. And I'm going to go ahead. I do want to center it, but I want to make sure. Hopefully I got that in the right spot. Yes, okay, good. It's not really centered though. Yeah, it's a little better. There we go. All right, so we're gonna leave that. No glue got on the bottom or anything, that's good. This one's gonna go on top of it. I'm going to pop it, but first we're gonna stamp our fawn and our sentiment. So for this one, I'm gonna stamp the outer part of the fawn in early espresso. And I want him kind of up towards the top so I can put the sentiment in there too. I don't care if his ear gets into the mix up there. Beautiful. Except what was on something, I bet it's cat fur. See that? Oh well. It is a Wendy original, as we say. Okay. Went a little dark on the, that's so pretty. Now, I'm a little worried that pecan pie will be just a little too dark. So what I'm going to do, oh, I don't want to stamp off on there though. Let me get a piece of scrap paper here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp him off once. And if it's too light doing that, then I will go ahead and do it over again. Actually, that's kind of light. I think we'll go ahead and use the whole thing. Let's see, check again. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to get in the way again. Hang on. Good thing I brushed my hair before I went on. That looks about right. Beautiful. Okay. So it's meant to have those white stripes and the white tail, because you can see that the ear is not over, or neither are the, I guess you'd call those knees. Okay. And then I'm going to use Night of Navy to stamp. Where is, there it is. Especially for you. Especially for you goes, uh-oh, darn. Sorry, dropped it. Right here, especially for you. So you guys, as I said, we'll be doing this, and it's pretty simple. This is our technique for April, but it's still quite simple. Yours will, I'm sure, come out better than mine because of dropping things, but I'm going to put this on here, and then we're going to get some bling. I'm not sure what bling. I'm not even sure what bling is current anymore, but I think it's okay if I use something that's discontinued once in a great while. Got to print that list out again, but first I've got to arrange it by date so I know. All right, I'm going to put this one in the middle here. Beautiful. And then let's find a little bit of bling here. Pretty peacock, that's what I thought. Okay. Oh, those are Night of Navy. Let's use that. Maybe I'll also find a brown. Okay. These are called Strawberries and Dots, and they're an online exclusive from February. So they are probably still available. Hopefully still available. Okay. Could put that there, but that's a little too close. I'm going to put it over here, and then I'm going to go ahead and find a brown. Let's see what we got here. That looks black. They don't tell you the colors anymore on the back of them, unfortunately. Well, okay, so if I need to, I can make a brown one. Ladybugs. Need those out for something else. Nope. Aha. There we go. Okay. I may need to get some more of these if they're still available. So, Kathy, the dates of the class, there's only a Saturday and Sunday. It's April 11th and 12th. And then we are leaving on the 13th. So, oh, there's lots of browns here. So I'm just going to use one. I think I'll use this big one here. And we're going to just put this over here somewhere. Or, that's my hardest thing, trying to decide where to put them. I think I'm going to put it up here. Okay. So there is that. So, especially for you, happiest birthday wishes. We've got our bunny. We got our deer. I love this set. There's a goose. There's weeds with some green under that you can put underneath them, and a smaller version, same thing. And then I'm not sure if that's flowers or what it is, but I will play around with that too. It also has a little note of thanks there. You can make a bunch of little note cards. They'd be really cute. All right. That was really fast. Only 20 minutes. How about that? Oh, let's do something to the envelope, shall we? White envelope. Okay. My envelopes, these envelopes are a little bit big. I don't know what happened. Let's put, I think we're going to put the deer on there because he's really cute. I'm going to put him out here. Or maybe, I think I'll put him up here. Okay. Thanks, Deb. Wow, this early espresso ink pad, I must have just re-inked this recently. It is really juicy, coming right up into the stamp. All right, and then inside it with pecan pie, because that's pretty much, the only thing that's off is that the dots on his back should be white, as a whitetail fawn, but of course my husband would probably be the first one to notice that and say, oh, well, this isn't accurate, but I don't mind. Let's do that. And there we have the outside of the envelope. And that is that. And then, so here's the portrait version and the landscape version. That was really quick. You know, it took me all day to make this sample, most of the day. Not all day, but yes. And don't you think that would make a really nice masculine card? I mean, there's no flowers. Nice colors. So there we go. Next month, May, not next month because next month is April. Next month, the new annual, not annual, but the new catalog comes out, the newest catalog. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right, Debbie. And I'll bet you Ava didn't get her birthday card before she left because I think I just mailed it yesterday or the day before. I don't know. Okay, well. Okay, so there you have it. There's my cards. I really like that too. I really do. I'll be making more of those. So this one is a definite one that you're going to be making for the workshop on April 11th and 12th. So again, if you want to tell me, do you want me to pre-cut and score these for you? Would that save you a lot of time, or do you want to try to cut them and score them yourself? So Bev and Debbie and Kathy, well, all of you can tell me how you would feel about that. So even Sherry and Debbie, Deb Fenton, I mean, and Sherry, who don't come to the card classes, if you tell me what you would prefer if you were coming. Would you prefer to have it pre-cut for you, or would you prefer to experiment with it yourself? I especially want to hear from Aunt Bev and Debbie. And okay, good. So what do you think? Have it prepped up for you? I'll let you cut your own circles, but have the card base prepped for you, or do you want to prep it yourself? Okay, so you would like it cut and score, Kathy. Let's see what everybody else says. You know what? I had two videos of cards that I really wanted to make for you guys. I had one that I was all set to make, and they disappeared from my email. I emailed them to myself. And the first one disappeared. I went to find it a week ago and couldn't find it. And the second one disappeared yesterday. So I don't know what I did with them. So I have a pile though. I'm going to show you guys this. This is a pile of cards that samples and information that I got from Creativate or from other things I've seen online that I'd like to eventually get around to doing with you guys. So that's why they are sitting here. The newest ones are on the bottom for some reason. But yes, so I have plenty. Yeah, I'll do it then. Okay, so I'll cut them off for everybody so they're ready. So, and then maybe, well, you'll have the card to try it yourself at home then. Once you make the card, you'll be able to just open it up and see how you want to do it. And if you were doing a portrait card, it's the same thing. You're just going to hook things up differently. So that's good. I'll do it for you. You can take it home. Hi, Christine. and you can figure it out. Yeah, I agree, Sherry. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pre-cut them all for you so you won't have to worry about that part, and that'll save you a lot of time too. So, okay, I don't really have anything else to share with you. So, Christine, make sure you go back and watch the video. This is a really cute card. I really like this card. I will see you all. Let me see. Will I see you next week? Next week is the 2nd. Yes, I will see you next week. I will see you the week after. And then I will be gone for let's see, the 2nd, the 9th. The 16th I'll be gone. The 23rd I'll be gone. I may be back by the 30th. I'll either be back the 28th, 29th, or 30th, depending on the weather. So I will see you all for the next 2 weeks. And enjoy. Happy stamping, and remember that new things are coming. That's what I started to tell you. So the new catalog, I think I mentioned last week that they are going to 3 catalogs a year instead of an annual catalog and 2 minis. You're going to get a catalog every 3rd of a year. So the first one is May to August. The next one is September to December. So it's going to have all the Christmas stuff in it. The last one is January to April. And I love that they're doing it this way, because there's going to be plenty of new things for me to choose from to do my classes. Oh, the 2nd is Monday, Thursday. Right. I'll probably still be on. I may be on later. I may be on Wednesday instead of Thursday. So I'll be on next week. I'm not sure what day it will be. Yes, you know what, Deb, I haven't even done the Winter Creativate yet. I was out of town. I saved it to go in and watch the videos and do them, and it's still saved in my email. So the new color of Wink Castellas are not available yet, Christine. They should be available by May, but there's no guarantee. They did send us a notice that they were not able to get them in time. The thing that we found strange, Deb Fenton tried to order a Stampin' Positioner, and it was nowhere to be seen. The number didn't come up. It wasn't on the not availables or anything, but Deb called, and they've decided to let the demonstrators have them at the same time that customers can get them. So those will be available when the catalog goes live in May also. So I'm kind of hoping that the new, they're calling them shimmer pens. They are kind of like Wink and Stella. They're really a really nice pen. They look kind of like a marker, but they're all Wink of Stella, or all shimmer. And they're in the new in color, so they're going to be beautiful. I noticed I could only order one of the new hybrid black ink pads, and the ink for them is not available yet. So when you're ready for a refill, you won't be able to order the refill with the pad, which I have a habit of always doing to make sure that I don't have any issues. Yeah, and the new ink pads are magnetic, like close to my heart. So they actually are, I think. That's the idea. They bought close to my heart so they can use that style of ink pad. They're beautiful. They're going to be easy to open, easy to close. No more getting your fingers all inky, or I have a habit of scraping my thumbnail or fingernail. I think this is the one. No, that just has a couple of little nicks in it, but I have some ink pads that have scratches all the way across them from my thumbnail scraping it when I was opening it. So it's going to be very nice to have those. This year it'll just be the in colors. Next year it's going to be all of the colors. So it doesn't mean you have to get rid of the ones you have now, though. You can still use them if you're happy with them. So, okay, I just noticed that this cord has been in there the whole time. My iPad had been left on, so it was losing power. So, okay, so anyhow, I guess that's all I have to say. I'm trying to stretch it out to 7:30, and it's 7:29, so that's close enough. So thank you so much for watching me. Have a good week. Happy stamping. Bye-bye.